Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from March 21st to the 27th, and I'm using this Step Brothers kit from Scribble Prints Co. Pretty much all of March I used Anytime kits, I just didn't have any special events that I had kits for or holidays. Like I didn't get a St. Patrick's Day kit for this month, and to be completely honest, I think I've said this before, but springtime kits are probably like my least favorite kit season. Like it's just very pastel, and although I love that sometimes, I just don't gravitate to it a lot. And I ended up picking up this kit because I finally saw this movie, Better Late Than Never, and I loved it. I first watched it during lockdown, back in like 2020, and I just put it on because I was in the mood for like something dumb, and I'd always avoided this movie because I thought it was going to be like way too stupid humor, like fart and poop humor, you know what I mean? Like I don't really like that type of physical comedy, and that's just sort of what I expected for some reason. I don't know why, because I love Will Ferrell, but I had it in my head that this movie was going to suck, and then I was crying laughing the entire time, and I ended up loving it. So whatever. But yeah, so this kit really didn't have a purpose. It is an Anytime kit for me. I didn't actually watch the movie this week, but I don't know. In my mind, this works for the month of March. Like, please tell me if that makes sense. Sort of like this double box with the house, this weather in the scene is very like March to me. It's honestly May to me. Like nothing is this green in March, but you get what I mean? Like I wouldn't use this kit in February or January, if that makes sense. This color scheme, it's March. Okay, shut up. Enough about it. I'm done. Moving on. This was another week where I left a box off of a day. I chose Monday to forego a full box. And I also decided not to add the deco to the top of this week, and instead I used the date covers. The only reason I decided not to, you can see me right here like thinking about it, was I loved the deco so much and I thought it could be used like functionally in my planner, so I decided to just save it. Like I could use that drum set to mark a concert, etc. You understand what I'm saying? So the only reason I went with the date covers was just so I could hoard the deco. On my sidebar, the two events that I decided to mark were that I got to be part of my best friend's little brother watching his first ever PG-13 movie, which was so exciting. We were hoping that he would like be scared shitless, and he sort of was. So it was a really good time. And then I also marked that I had some dinner plans this week. I think that's it. I'm sort of getting a little tired of my sidebar, but I really don't know what else to do because I don't use my planner functionally. It just is obviously like redundant, just putting things that are already in my plans on the sidebar. But I don't know what else to do. You tell me what you think I should do, because leave it in the comments what you think I should do with my sidebar, because I'm getting a little sick of it. But anyway, moving on to the actual plans, starting with Monday. The first thing I marked with a fancy label and this Munchkin barfing was that I was so queasy and nauseous this day that I was nervous I had actually gotten food poisoning from something. Like it was that bad. I never got to the point where I had to throw up, but I felt so sick. Looking back now, I'm 99% positive it was the medication I was on, because ever since going off of that, I have not had this like random nausea problem. But yeah, so I didn't actually have food poisoning, but it felt like it. Under that, with a little thing and this sunny day, once more with love sticker, I marked that it was a gorgeous day out with a little thing, and this pumpkin paper coat. Tara, behind a post office box, I marked that I went to the post office, with another little thing and a car icon. I'm not 100% sure if I got it from the kit or not, but I marked that I was able to move my car into a much closer parking spot, with a squared off box. And this is a Planning Roses rent due sticker, but I just cut off the words. I cut off the words of a lot of my stickers just because I prefer to write it in myself, which is silly, but I wasn't using it for rent anyway. I marked that I had to be home to let the lead poisoning guy in, just like routine checks on everything. We don't have lead poisoning, by the way. With a flag and this monitor that I had left over from some kit, I marked that I did some work. Then with a little thing and this YouTube laptop I think I got from SPC, I marked that I went down a major YouTube rabbit hole. With a little thing and this laundry detergent sticker I've been hoarding forever. Like, I think I've moved twice in the time that I've had this sticker, and I could not tell you the shop. It was like an old Etsy shop that's probably long gone. But I marked that I did laundry with a fancy label and this munchkin watching Netflix. I marked that I had an Inventing Anna marathon. I flew through that show. With a little thing and this insomnia munchkin, I marked that I worked really late. And then the final thing on Monday with a glitter header and this GP Studio folding laundry sticker, I marked that I folded my laundry. And this time I left the word fold on there. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked with a squared off box and this WTF munchkin, I marked that my whole apartment smelled like onions. And fun fact about me, worst smell on earth, well, besides like decaying roadkill and like garbage, is onions, red onion to be specific. Like, my grandmother would constantly eat like salads on the road in her car, and she loves red onions, and it just smells like an armpit to me. And some people think that and some people don't. Like, it's weird, but I think it smells like BO. And I guess the coffee shop, they also sell food. They were doing something outrageous with onions, so I wanted to kill someone. The thought of having my apartment smell like a giant armpit, not okay. Under that, with a half box and these pumpkin paper coteras holding planners, I marked that I had a work date with a friend who also worked from home, and she lives in an area called Manayunk, which I guess you could still consider like Philadelphia, sort of, but it's cute. It's much more like a cute town. It's very hilly. There's tons of hills everywhere, and it's a lot of like college-aged kids, but I don't know. It's a much nicer area than where I live, so it was super nice to get out of like the main part of the city and just change up my environment. Under that, with a squared off box and this Once More with Love hiking sticker that I've had for ages. Not recently, I don't know when, but since I've purchased these, she's updated these stickers, and I do have the new version. But anytime that these super saturated like primary colors work with a kit, I've tried using these up. I just cut the bottom of the sticker off and used it to mark that after we were finished working, we went on a hike with her husband in Wissahickon. Under that, with a little thing and this Netflix TV, I marked that I finished watching Inventing Anna this day. With a little thing and this ball of yarn, I marked that I crocheted. And then the final thing on Tuesday, with a little thing and this TV from Carly Plans, I marked that we watched The Bachelor finale. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with a little thing and an icon that is definitely not from the kit. I've just had this icon on like a variety sheet. I marked that I had been up, or sorry, not that I had been up, but that I got up really late. What else is new? Then under that, with a habit tracker and this flat lay from Papershire, I marked that I did a 30-minute full body workout. With a little thing and this vacuum sticker left over from, I think, Pink Diamond Planner Co. or one of the diamond planner shops. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Whatever. I marked that I vacuumed everything. Under that, with a little thing and this like munchkin making the bed, I marked that I chommed my bed. If you know what that is, like, I'm sure if you have super hairy animals, you know what a chom is. It's just the best way to get hair up. Then with another little thing and this nail polish bottle I had saved from some old kit, I marked that I did my nails. With a squared off box and another YouTube laptop, I marked that I tried to find Philadelphia vloggers on YouTube, because I just am trying to like where I live while I'm still here, and I don't know, I thought it would like make me feel better watching people live their best life in the area where I live, and it did sort of help. So, but I need to find more. And actually, one of the girls I found, she didn't even make it a full year in Philadelphia and moved, and she and her fiance bought a house in Connecticut. So there goes one Philadelphia vlogger. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I feel like they all live in LA and New York. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with a fancy label and this munchkin, no, not a munchkin, I'm sorry, an emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. killing an alarm clock. I marked that I slept through 3 alarms, didn't even hear them, like didn't wake up and turn them off, just slept right through them like an asshole. With a half box and another pumpkin paper Kotera. I've had this sticker forever waiting to use it because it was on a variety sheet and I love this. She's filming a Plan With Me spread. I marked that I filmed my first Plan With Me in over a year this day. With an appointment label and this Eat Out sticker from couldn't tell you where. If you are interested, I'll look at my sticker sheet and let you know. But I marked that we went to Chili's and I got a free Chili's app with a little thing and a laptop left over from a kit. I marked that I worked, and then the final thing on Thursday with a flag and these munchkins watching a movie. I marked that Joe and I watched TV. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with a fancy label and this munchkin all cozy and this Harry Potter book from, I think, the Coffee Monsters Co. I marked that I just read under my electric blanket, like all nice and warm, with a fancy label and this Happy Today munchkin. I marked that I ran into an old coworker. I had a return at the store where I used to be an assistant manager, and the only person still there who worked when I worked is this kid who I loved. He was just always in a good mood. I don't know how. Like, everybody else would be crying, and he was just always positive, so it was great to see him. With a little thing and this grandma sticker from Fox and Pip. I marked that I went to Panera with my grandma. Then with a little thing and this Target bag, I believe from SPC, I marked that I went to Target with a squared off box and this Stick with the Blanco? Yes. Girl, I don't remember what she calls her girls, but just like watching a horror movie, I marked that I watched The Ring with my best friend and her little brother. He is 11. So yeah, we got the go ahead from her mom to let him watch The Ring, and it was so much fun watching it with him, and it's pretty funny. At 11, he was able to follow the story better than my best friend had when we were kids. So, you know, I mean, good for him. He paid attention to the entire thing and like actually understood the story, and we had a really good time. So that was fun. With a flag and this munchkin driving a car, I marked that I drove back to Philly super, super late because I had plans the next day, so I couldn't stay over. And we live over an hour away. So yeah, I had to get back. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with a little thing and another leftover computer monitor, I marked that I worked. Then with a fancy label and this emoji holding IKEA bags, I marked that Joe and I did an IKEA return. It was the bookshelf that I had put together and taken apart the week prior that I just ended up not liking. With a squared off box and these emojis having dinner together, I marked that we went to Our friend is an executive chef at a few restaurants in this specific town, and we went to one of his restaurants for the first time with a couple of our other friends. Unfortunately, he wasn't working there that evening, but it was still exciting to go to one of his restaurants, and it was really, really good. Then with a little thing and this munchkin waving hi from the sky, I marked that we popped over to one of his other restaurants that was just a couple blocks away to go say hi because he was working at that one that evening, and it was like a very nice Italian restaurant, and it had like a bar area, so we decided to stay and have a couple drinks. So with a squared off box and this super old like scribbler sticker from SPC that I've been hoarding for a million years just because I think it's so cute, I marked that we had some drinks. This was just like the perfect sticker because the bar sort of looked like this at the restaurant, so whatever, finally got to use this sticker. With a little thing and this munchkin laying on a pillow, I marked that I was exhausted, and that was it for Saturday. Finally, moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a fancy label and my big head, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And this little sighing retail cashier emoji, I marked that Walmart was packed and absolutely awful with a little thing. And this grocery bag from a Glam Planner kit, I marked that we went to Aldi with another little thing. And this munchkin having stomach cramps, I marked that I had to pee so badly. It was like the kind of urgency where I couldn't speak to you if you were talking to me because I had to concentrate on not peeing myself with a little thing. And this paw print from a Michaels sticker sheet, I marked that I went home to take care of the cats with a little thing. And these emojis jumping on the bed, I marked that Joe finally sold the mattress I had been storing for him that was underneath my mattress and making my bed like Princess and the Pea style. I was so happy for it to go away, and he actually shared some of the profits with me just for like having me store it for months, so that was pretty cool with a little thing. And this baby munchkin taking a dump, I marked that I had to collect Janet's poop sample for her vet. Kind of annoying how they don't mention when you're setting up the appointment that you should bring a stool sample. They wait until the appointment to tell you to come back with one. Luckily, I live so close to her vet, but if I had to drive somewhere, that would be really annoying. Yeah, anyway, TMI, moving on. With a squared off box and this Netflix TV, I marked that we either watched, I don't think it was Woman in the Window, because we watched that movie like the day it came out on Netflix. I think this is that like parody TV show that we watched. And then the final thing on Sunday with a little thing and this shocked dead munchkin head, I just marked Oscars drama because like I just can't believe that an adult smacked another adult on live TV at the, like just so inappropriate. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for this week. Again, please let me know if you have any thoughts about what I should put in my sidebar. Like, even if I just keep it this format, but maybe just change up what I put in the 2 boxes. Let me know. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching. Once again, I will work on keeping my head out of frame. I had recorded this before looking at the previous footage just because I'm trying to bang these out, so I didn't realize how bad it was in this video. But anyway, if you stuck around until the end, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.